Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Boss Rush Network's flagship podcast, Boss Rush Podcast. Here tonight with me, I'm Celeste Roberts, by the way, in case you haven't heard of me. I do 1v1 and talk the walk. I'm also part of another Zelda podcast. Here with me tonight, as usual, is Stephanie Klimov.
Hey, taking over the podcast and kick the boys out.
This is true. It's a ladies' night. And we have three special guests. Now part of the Boss Rush family, we have Cordy Yikes.
Woo. Hi, guys.
And you might remember her from previous streams, BeeYoo.
Hi, everyone. Excited to be here tonight.
And last but not least, another contributor who's been on some panels, MJ Kuhn.
Woo.
Hey. So it's kind of weird. We don't have Corey or LaRon on tonight. It was really funny. Corey reached out to me a few weeks ago and said, hey, we're going to have a lot of ladies on November 2nd. Would you like to be on it? And it kind of became Women's Panel Part 2 a little bit.
Yeah, I guess Corey has been in a very, 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 very creative or motivated mood. He's been scheduling out guests for weeks. It's all right, cool.
Yeah, he's very prepared. So for people who have not listened to the show, let's kind of maybe briefly introduce ourselves. I'm Celeste. Like I said, I do the 1v1 interviews. I've had the pleasure of interviewing all of you, right? Except MJ, Corey interviewed you.
Yeah, that's right. I was going to say I was on a 1v1, but not with you, unfortunately. Yeah, although Corey was cool.
All right. So Stephanie, as a usual, is there anything else you have going on right now?
Right now?
Project-wise or creative-wise?
I guess we'll start with the low-hanging fruit, I guess. Is my fourth novel was supposed to come out on the 24th of October, but I work with an indie publisher, so they're really struggling in this climate, so it's still coming out. It's just he's whenever the printers get to it, kind of. So it's
the supply chain right now is insane for everything books. So
yes, she gets it. This girl gets
really
it. Yeah,
it's a hot mess everywhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
wow, getting actual physical books published, the supply chain is affecting that.
So that,
the paper and the printing and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've had to kind of put everything, because I had a whole cover reveal and things that I wanted to do, but because it's a hot mess, I don't want to, for example, do a cover reveal party or something and then be oh, sorry, it's not coming out and I don't have an updated date for you.
Oh,
so there's that. And I've written my fifth book. And David Lasby, who started his own editing services, I hired him to edit my work. So, and that's a turn. I've been writing fantasy up till now. That's going to be my first crack at science fiction.
That's
so
exciting.
Incredible. And David Lasby is our editor-in-chief for the Boss Rush website for the different articles that are published there.
Yeah, he's amazing. And I'm not just saying that because I'm also writing for the Boss Rush podcast and I don't want him to get mad at me, but no, he is actually very, very talented. He knows what he's doing. He has great feedback. So that's kind of my projects. Normal, regular life has got me busy. Celeste, I kind of let you know not too long ago, because that's why I've been kind of not as responsive. My son just got over COVID. My roommate currently has COVID. And, his father went on a 10-day trip to Europe. So I'm trying to juggle everything.
A 10-day trip, dang.
I know, he went to Europe. He goes, I'm gonna go to Europe. I'm cool,
have fun.
Have fun. Yeah. Take some pictures. So that's it.
Thank you for sharing that, and good luck with everything. I know I'm gonna, this is the only time I'm gonna talk to you. And look at Paxil.
Yeah, she's getting comfy.
She wants to know what's going on too. So BeeYoo, tell us about what you've been up to. You have a lot of exciting news.
Oh, all right. Where to start? So it's been a while since we've been on the podcast. This is over a year or so ago. Time doesn't make sense anymore.
That's true.
But I guess the most exciting news is I got engaged.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
That's been really great. And we've been very excited about that. We don't have any dates or anything planned yet. We're We're taking it easy, and when we get to it, we'll get to it. But we're excited for that next step.
Hey, that's the most important thing. Some people like just skip the enjoyment and go to the stress of the planning. Just enjoy in the good news, because you guys have the rest of your life to kind of figure that stuff out. So mazel tov, congrats.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
It's so exciting.
Other than that, I've been I'm not working in games at the moment. I worked for a couple little indie studios and some side projects over the last little bit of time, but now I'm live streaming a lot and taking care of my new puppy. I have, well, he's turning a year already. I have a poodle now, and I love him. His name is Leroy, and he keeps me busy. So.
Oh, he's precious. And you do a lot of cooking, I've noticed. Well, for a while, since I've been following you, you've been cooking live. You like to stream it.
Yes, I love it. I had a garden this year for the first time. So it was really neat going out to my yard to pick food to bring in to cook. I made like pasta sauces and hot sauces and
What'd
all
you
kinds of
grow?
salads and, I had a lot of tomatoes, bell peppers, green beans. I tried potatoes. Potatoes didn't do so well, but
That's frustrating.
Yeah, it was definitely a really cool experience. I'm looking forward to doing another garden next year for sure.
Awesome. I need to follow you and watch those cooking streams, because that's kind of like my other, I wouldn't call it a hobby necessarily, but because I'm a huge glutton, I love food. I love watching food.
Oh, it's so nice making it for yourself too. It's just a little extra special.
Wow. So BeeYoo, so you've kind of introduced yourself. Is there where could people find you? Like what's your claim to fame, I suppose? Besides many things.
Currently, I hang out on Twitch a lot, so you can find me at twitch.tv/BeeYooTV. And I'm also on Instagram. I enjoy Instagram, making reels and posts on there. And you can find me at BeeYooHQ. It's BeeYooHQ.
Awesome. All right, MJ or Mallory. Do you prefer MJ whenever we're streaming, like it's your alias?
It's my secret identity. No, I mean, just generally, like people I've met within the last, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years usually call me MJ, but either way.
Yeah. All right, MJ, what is your claim to fame? How do we know you? Why are you here?
I don't know. I just wandered in. They let me in. I don't know. No, I met all of you guys indirectly. Well, I'm meeting Courtney today for the first time. Hi.
Yeah.
But with AZP, so I another Zelda podcast. I'm a part of that whole kind of ecosystem a little bit, and I've done a little bit of stuff with Boss Rush. Just it's been a while. Like last time I was on was with BeeYoo about a year ago, which again, time isn't real. Aside from all of that, I am also a fantasy author. So I have one book out right now, Among Thieves, which is like a shrine on my bookshelf behind me because I have no shame.
Be proud of your baby.
Yes, that's a lot of work. This girl wakes up like a...
Look, even Paxel's interested. She got up.
Right?
Look at your book.
She's like, whoa, I'm interested. Yeah. The sequel comes out next summer. So if you guys like stories about thieves and rogues and heists and betrayal and all of that good stuff, check them out.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Courtney, or do you prefer Courtney or Cordy? Yikes.
They kind of suckered me into my actual name, so it's Courtney.
They get you eventually.
Yeah, the last 3 podcasts, Retro or Ed, he was all like, "Hey, Courtney." I'm like, okay. So I got to rebrand. So definitely, I'm gonna, I guess, stick with my name, Courtney.
Tell us about yourself. What do you do?
Oh gosh, I dabble in a little bit of everything. I mainly do esports and digital marketing. That's like my hobbies. I'm trying to pursue lifestyle blogger, whatnot, because I think my life's just a little bit interesting. But that's about all I do. I Twitch sometimes finally after like 6 months. Yeah, but that's about it. That's it. I'm boring.
No, you're not boring. My dream is to get this wraparound porch where I have some swings and rockers on it, and then cats will come to me. I'm secretly 80 years old.
They'll just flock. They'll sense it. They will come.
This dramatic movie pan where you just see these cats slowly walking
Right?
Is this a horror movie or is this delightful? I'm suddenly unclear.
They all come near the sunrise, and you bring them like their little treats, and like, here you go, guys. Here you go.
Exactly. Basically, it's my dream. It's my dream come true.
It's
Wholesome.
awesome.
But so this is the Boss Rush podcast, and we talk about games, lifestyle, hobbies, different kinds of things. And after this, you can stick around for After Dark. I'm not sure if all of us will be on that. I'm not sure if I'll be able to make it, but that is the more mature show after this one. But you can follow Boss Rush at bossrush.net for the website, Boss Rush Network on Twitter, and we are live on Twitch, Boss Rush Network. So I was trying to brainstorm some topics for tonight, and this has been on my mind. I've been going through a little bit of a funk, and I tweeted about it, not because I want people to like feel bad for me or anything, but something I've noticed is I made a lot of friends online, like with you ladies, for instance, and something about social media. I've been using it since the MySpace days. Who had a MySpace? Raise your hand. Okay.
Don't tell my mom.
Okay.
I was going to say,
Live journal. Is that allowed?
Can I be a cool kid too?
I don't know. I honestly just think my parents didn't know about it and didn't care to educate themselves on it, because it's not like I went behind their back to do something nefarious on purpose, but there were some things where like I probably could have been in touch with a predator and my parents like didn't care. I was talking to these like kids from all over nothing creepy happened. I'm just saying, like, looking back at it, I'm like, there should have been more monitoring.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm on that same boat. I used to have like a MySpace boyfriend, and then when they canceled it, I never like spoke to him again, and I was like, oh, I wonder what happened to him. And so if you're out there, I'm still here. I'm waiting for you.
Aww.
Aww.
So, but
I definitely had RuneScape boyfriends.
You
yeah,
did?
I wonder what happened to them. Yeah, I was probably
RuneScape.
13 or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, we have one question on Twitter. Oh, okay. I promise we're gonna get to you. Question on Twitter.
Oh no, it's fine. I put it there just so like I wouldn't forget when I saw it. But I didn't want
Oh, okay. I thought it was an emergency question.
No. Keep going. MySpace. Let's go.
Yeah, I was thinking about how even though I've been using social media forever, and I know that people tend to post their highlight reels. Okay, you either have the extreme of people are posting only all the wonderful, fantastic things going on, or there's nothing ever right in their world. Like, it's two sides of that spectrum. And something I like to do is, I think it's really important to also be human. So I actually posted like, I'm kind of in a funk lately. How do you deal with it? And I got some really good responses. And I think, what if there's someone out there who sees that, who's maybe too shy, is scared to reach out, or they maybe feel alone? Maybe that'll make them feel like, oh, other people go through this as well. Because I get lost in my head a lot. Do y'all deal with that? Like,
Yes.
you feel like, okay, I'm the only person who's experiencing this. I'm a fraud. I'm an imposter. This person looks like they have it all together. But I really think people are just making it up as they go.
Yeah. They're trying to, like, I guess, glam it up in their little reels, and they're like, okay, my life's amazing. And then it's like, no, I actually live in a shack. I just, went to this house real quick, and it looks super nice.
Yeah, I say this wicked dry, but it's kind of serious, kind of funny. But like, it took me years of therapy to kind of just get myself in a headspace where I now can scroll by and just be like, oh, good for them, or not even notice. I'm just like,
Yeah.
it's not easy. I like it really can impact you unless you can exercise yourself and be aware. And I feel like that's also, it was in Time magazine or something where we live in a culture where expected to be happy all the time, but that's not normal, actually. That should not be our normal state. Yes, it's good to be happy, but no, like if you're always high nonstop, that's actually not a typical state of existence. So.
No, there is a such thing as a toxic positivity. I know that's.
Thank you. You used the correct word.
No. I think about this a lot because there have been people in my life where I try to reach out and have a vulnerable moment, and they're a little dismissive.
Right.
Like, oh, well, so-and-so has it worse. So-and-so has it.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, good. I knew so-and-so had the cornered the market on Misery. Good for them.
Yes. Yes, they have stock. They're the only
That's
person
it.
who can
Only
ever feel
person that can
bad.
be upset ever.
But I promise this is related to video games because sometimes it can also be not related to video games. So whenever you're in a funk, is there a particular game that helps you center yourself or helps you escape and refocus? Courtney, is there one that
Animal
brings you
Crossing.
peace? Any particular one?
100%. The one on the Switch right now, because I can go anywhere. Like I could sit in the car and play it. I could, take it out of work if it stresses me out, and I can play it there, or vice versa. But it's like I can make that sane. Like I can kill the little bugs if I need to. I can go sell some acorns if I have to. Because like whatever I'm planning throughout my actual day is like all corrupted. I can at least hit the missions that I need to make real quick, like super quick. 5 minutes, I'm done. I'm like, oh, okay, I did something productive. Now I gotta go do something else.
Gosh, when that game first came out, I spent 30 minutes to an hour every single day playing that game.
Yeah. Well, I played it all the way to the GameCube days. And so, like, it's always been my happy place. Like, because when I was younger, like, parents divorcing, it's all trying to get distracted from that. It was either Animal Crossing or World of Warcraft. Just those two were my little places to get out of it. So it's always stuck to me, and I still play those.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What is it about those games you think attracts you if you need to relax?
I think it focuses more, like, I'm going to say more towards my ADHD. I get a little bit everywhere, and both those games, they have more than one mission. So it's like, okay, like I can do all 5 missions, but I can do them all differently. I don't have to, like some story mode games, you have to go through the exact motion of the story instead of like, here's 5 things you can do within like 20 minutes if you want, but you don't have to do them in a pattern. You can jump to 4, you can jump back to 1, you can do half of 1 and jump back to 5. And I think I like that part because I can still get them completed and it not stress me out that I can't kill mission number 2 to get to 5.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so I love Animal Crossing. I've never played World of Warcraft, but I have some friends who love it. I remember I had some friends when they were dating for Valentine's Day, even though they were dating in person and they lived not far from each other. They spent Valentine's Day in World of Warcraft, and they actually had pictures taken and they framed them and put them in their room. It was very, very cute. What about you, MJ? Is there a game or series that, I'm having a funky day, I just need to escape?
Yeah, it will come as a surprise to no one as like a complete Mass Effect fangirl. Mass Effect, I've played Mass Effect 2 probably like upwards of 20 times.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I've been every class. I've done it on every difficulty. I've romanced every character, except I've only played as male Shep like once because the voice actor's terrible. I'm so sorry. So I guess I haven't romanced every character. But yeah, that's like usually my happy place game, which sounds kind of dark because it's like space zombies and shooting things. But like, it's like, it's a narrative that you can get sucked into. Lately I've also, so I never played Stardew Valley, and then within the last year maybe, I finally listened to everyone that told me I should play Stardew Valley, and I started playing it, and yeah, they were right. It's incredible and it's delightful, and I now really enjoy that one as well. When I was a kid though, did any of you guys used to play like Age of Empires or like Empire Earth? Any of those?
Yes.
Yeah. Those were aggressively my jam. And then Adventure Quest, were like Battlon.com. It was Courtney's grinning. It's
No, I know.
yeah, those were my previous jams, but I haven't gotten the chance to play them in a long time.
I love that you chose some pretty violent games to relax in.
Do you know?
No, I know. I'm not really surprised, to be honest with you. But I love it. It's like, you know what? I cannot harm anyone in real life without facing consequences. So I have to jump.
Promise, I'm a peace-loving person in real life. Okay, just not. on my video games.
I've watched BeeYoo stream Call of Duty before. Are those your kind of relaxation games?
Yeah, actually, and I've been super into the new Call of Duty that just came out, Modern Warfare 2.
Nice.
So I've been rocking that a little bit. But I don't know if I really have too many just games that are comfort games. I probably go play whatever I'm hooked on that week. I tend to shift games, especially with all the indies out. It's like you play one, you get addicted to it for a little bit, and then you get a new one. So I hop around a lot with gaming.
Oh my gosh. There's so many options too. Sometimes I get information overload anxiety a little bit. I really liked that game that you were part of, Calico.
Oh, that one is such a wonderful one just to play in. My dog that I used to have is actually in the game. So sometimes if I'm
Aw.
feeling sad and missing my dog, I'll hop on Calico and go hang out with him.
I remember that. So
Yeah.
precious. I mean, a cat cafe game? My goodness.
Yeah, that game is super cute. What they did their Kickstarter, they had where if you donated so much for the Kickstarter, you would get to put your pet in the game. And it's
Wow, that's
fun
awesome.
going around the island and finding people's pets. Awesome.
Oh my gosh. So how many people who donated to the Kickstarter or contributed, how many people have pets in that game? Do you know?
Ooh, I don't know the exact number. I would say it's under 10 or 15.
That's
It's not too
significant.
many, but there's a good little amount.
Oh, that's precious. I remember when you mentioned that your dog is in there. And I love the little business suit cats because they have little ties and they walk upright.
They're the best. They're so cute. The little breakdancing cats are fun too.
Yes. All right, Stephanie, you had some time to think about what relaxes me if I am stressed. What kind of game relaxes me?
I don't know. It's kind of changed over the years. In the N64 days, it was Harvest Moon 64.
Yes.
However, the more iterations of Harvest Moon I played, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I just I wouldn't say I outgrew it because I'm sure I can hop back into a farming sim because there's 20,000 of them that are coming out this year.
Yes.
But not to be cliche, but I'm only speaking truths. It's usually a Zelda game or just any small indie. I've now just kind of gravitate towards any indie because I have my pulse on indie games and what gets released often, and I am particularly a fan of Annapurna Interactive and Devolver Digital, and so any of their games I will just fire up and play. So it's no longer become a specific thing except Zelda. It's just kind of small indie games because many times they're only a couple hours long. They're bite-sized and they tend to not always, but indie games tend to be known for more out of the box, either gameplay or just artistic style. When I'm in a funk, right? We're talking about being in a funk. A lot of them focus on mental illness and talking about feelings. Unlike and not knocking it, but AAA titles, which is more pew pew and that's it, which is fine. But I'm a Scorpio. I really get into my feels.
I think that's important though. I'm trying to think if there's a game that deals with mental health that I can think of. Can any of you think of one that explicitly deals with mental health, either maybe as a metaphor or?
One of them that came to mind, it's not so direct, but I think Lost in the Woods, or no, Night in the Woods, not Lost in the Woods. Whoa, Night in the Woods has a little bit of kind of identity crisis issues and stuff like that with the protagonist that's in there. I'm trying to think what else.
She Dreams Elsewhere. I don't know if it's come out yet, but I played the demo for that one, and that one also goes into what's going on in your head and those bad thoughts and things.
Really? How'd you like the
demo?
demo?
I liked it a lot. It's a story-driven game, but then it's also a turn-based combat. I'm trying to think what it would be like. Yeah, you get these crazy little monsters that come up, and you have to fight them. Elsewhere. Let's see.
Oh, Celeste, right? Well,
Celeste is
the game
one.
Celeste.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I could never find my name on a keychain on road trips, but there's a game with my name, so I will take it.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a platformer, and I think the mountain's called Celeste, and Madeline is the main character, and they're trying to climb the mountain.
Mountain, yeah.
Okay. Gosh.
Oh,
I
and
need
one last one, and this was really short. I love this game. It's called Florence. I think it was also published by Annapurna, but I'm not sure. But Florence is a very short game, very simplistic. It just follows a story about this girl that falls in love with this guy of her dreams, and you kind of go through their relationship from beginning to end, and you like see kind of the relationship kind of break down. But despite all of the sadness that she goes through, by the end she follows her dream to become, I think it's like an artist, like a famous artist or something like that. So it just takes you through, you know, the ups and the downs, everything.
And I remember, so I majored in creative writing, and I remember one of my professors said there are links to creativity and depression. And that's, and I wonder, okay, Vincent van Gogh, for instance, those beautiful, beautiful paintings, but we can only imagine the anguish that he experienced just trying to make it through each day. Gosh, we got really deep.
Yeah.
This, but I think video games can be very therapeutic because they're kind of like an escape. I've always called them virtual storybooks, and it's just nice. Sometimes I feel paralyzed, if I'm really down, like, oh gosh, I can't focus on anything. But if I actively seek something like Animal Crossing, oh my gosh, New Horizons. I almost said a New Leaf. I did play that one as well. It is nice. It's like, you know what? I need to reset. And it's kind of like in the afternoon, if you're really tired, you just take a 20-minute little nap and you feel better. Sometimes just a few minutes of a game, or maybe an hour, you feel like a different person. So yeah, that's what I like to do whenever I'm in a funk. I used to be a big Sims fan. It's not that I don't like it anymore, I just haven't played in a while. I think the original and 2 are my favorite ones. Did y'all play The Sims?
Oh yeah.
Any particular one that you prefer, like 3, 4, 1, 2?
Can't remember. I just know I played The Sims.
I played Busting Out on Xbox with my brother because I had a 2-player mode.
Oh,
that was always fun.
They had a 2-player mode? So how did that work?
I think you just I think it was split screen, and you just took care of your people in the house. I don't remember exactly how it worked, but I remember it being 2 players because then none of the other ones were that I knew about. So yeah, I don't know.
That is cool. I played Bustin' Out on the Game Boy Advance, but you could play as only one person. I used to play The Sims till like from 6 at night till midnight on a Friday or a Saturday. And I think I spent more time designing the house than actually doing the gameplay with the people.
Creating the people and creating the houses took the longest.
It did. And that kind of relaxed me. So I have an idea. Speaking of games, I have an idea for a game that we can play tonight. Okay, I have 2 games, okay? And I think we have time for both because one of them is very short. We're all, well, BeeYoo and MJ are in the same state now. But one of my favorite things to do is it's called different names for the same thing. Okay? Do you know what I'm talking about? Regional terms for the same thing.
Oh,
Okay. I would love to know what you call the thing that you put your groceries in whenever you're shopping.
Shopping cart.
Shopping cart?
Cart. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Shopping cart.
There we go.
Okay. I call it that sometimes, but mostly we call it a buggy.
Buggy?
I only call it a buggy when there's like the seats for like the adult, like bigger children that is like attached to it. Like at an HEB, they have the cars, or at Walmart, they have that blue attachable thing that you push the bigger kids.
Oh, yeah.
That's when I call it a buggy.
When you first said adults, I was like, wait.
Hey, adults can sit in it too. Heck
If you're
yeah.
motivated enough, you can make it happen.
Yes. not too sure about the HEB one, but I know the Walmart one. It's all the way down. You can put your feet in and you tell your mom to push you, and she yells at you because you're a grown adult. Yeah, all the
I
time.
like it. All the time.
So this one's timely. This is probably a regional thing, but I'm very curious if you use it as well. So David Geisler actually just spent the weekend with Timmy and with me to record 3 episodes of Another Zelda podcast in my
Nice.
house.
Wow.
So he is originally from Kenosha, Wisconsin, and now he lives in Chicago. And I live in southern Louisiana, about an hour from New Orleans. So we were like, okay, we got to take you to a Cajun restaurant. You can't come here, and we're not going to take you to McDonald's or something.
Right.
like that. So he was looking at the menu, and he's like, oh, a po' boy looks really good, which is a sandwich down here. And he's like, I'll do the fried shrimp, half fried oyster po' boy. And he was reading the menu. He goes, what does this mean? So whenever you see the word dressed, or if you're giving your order, the waitress or waiter might say, how would you like that dressed? And that means, what would you like on your sandwich? Have you ever heard that before?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but not common. No.
Yeah, not a lot.
So what would you say? Like or how would a waiter or waitress ask you if you want things on your sandwich or burger?
What do you
Like
want?
everything cool on that? Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Want all the stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, all the way.
I was
All
a really
the
good
way.
waitress. Can you tell? That was great.
I think that, yeah, dressed is kind of like, oh, I can imagine someone who's never heard it being like, do you put a hat on it? do you put clothes? Do you put clothes on that? I don't know.
Yes, I would like my sandwich to be black tie formal. Thank you.
I don't make the rules. I just live them.
How would you like that dress? Casually, please.
That reminds me when I just turned 21, so I started going drinking with like my mom and whatnot. And they ask if you want a beer, and they're like, "Do you want it dressed?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Do you want it dressed?" And they're like, salt, lime. I'm like,
Oh, I've
Why
never
is it-
heard it for a drink.
"Why is it dressed though?"
No, I would be like, you guys have beer koozies here? Sick.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
Mhm. Oh, we insulted Stephanie with that question. She's like,
Oh.
this is too
No.
ridiculous.
My
Y'all do
computer-
things
out.
very
My
weird.
computer's freaking out.
Oh no.
Sorry.
It's all right.
My fans are pumping. I understand.
Okay. If you want a carbonated beverage, what do you call it?
Soda.
Coke.
Soda or Coke?
Oh, not a true Michigander yet, BeeYoo.
Not yet, but I say out and about now.
It's a
Out and about.
pop, man. The land of Fago. It's a pop.
That's so funny. Okay. So I think a Southern thing, I don't do this, but a lot of people, like Courtney was saying, if someone says, what would you like to drink? A lot of people say Coke, and then the waiter or waitress will say, what kind? And you might not even mean actual Coca-Cola. You might mean Sprite. I usually just call it a soft drink.
Yeah.
I just say soft drink.
So formal. I love it.
I don't know.
I guess at least everyone will always know. No, regionally. They'll
I
know,
call them
right?
canned drinks if you're getting the canned.
Yeah, canned
one.
good. Yep, canned drink. Well, I have to be formal with my dressed sandwiches.
Right.
There you go.
Okay. The kind of shoes you would wear to play basketball, what do you call them?
Tennis shoes.
Sneakers?
Tennis shoes?
Yeah, say tennis shoes, even
Yes,
though
I-
they're for basketball.
Wait, I say tenny shoes. Like I say it like tenny shoes.
Tenny.
Yeah,
Tennis shoes.
it bleeds together. Tennis
Yes.
shoes.
But sneakers, I mean, yeah, I'll say that too. Or okay. Let me see. If you're at school and you're thirsty, what are you drinking from? What is the name of that machine?
Water fountain, but I've heard bubbler.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know some region says bubbler, which I think is
I've
adorable.
never heard
I
that.
think it's
Yeah,
just
I'd say-
Wisconsin.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I'd
I feel like
say
it's a very small
water
area.
fountain. Drinking fountain, water fountain, something like
Water
that.
fountain.
Yeah, a fountain. Yeah.
Yeah, I say water fountain. Okay, the little bug that can roll up into a ball.
Roly poly.
Roly poly!
Yeah, roly poly.
I think Stephanie's
Stephanie's like, they don't have these bugs in Boston. I don't know.
Aren't they pill bugs or something?
Yeah,
That's
that's
one of
like
the
the
names
real
for
name.
them.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I guess.
Wait, its actual name isn't like a June bug or something?
Oh, a June bug's different. That's like the
Oh, is
flying
it?
Pill bug.
Oh.
roly poly or pill bug or potato bug. Apparently,
Ooh, I don't know.
I'll never
Roly
eat
poly's
potatoes.
adorable. Pill bug, just I don't know. I feel weird saying it as a pharmacist. I just feel like I'm being
Pill
judged.
bug. I'm a pill bug.
We don't want any of those in our medications. Thank you.
That's great. That's great.
That's actually good protein if you think about it.
Oh,
It is.
There you
Oh,
go.
no. Yeah.
Optimism, Courtney. I love it.
I was watching the Epicurious YouTube channel, and there's a guy who promotes how much protein bugs have,
They
and
do.
he showed you how to eat every type of bug
Oh,
very, very casually, just eating them. You know what? More power to him.
I mean,
listen. I've eaten
the
bugs before.
apocalypse comes.
I've eaten bugs before when I was in Taiwan. It did taste fine, but the problem is it's before I saw the eyes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Once I saw the
thank
eyes,
you.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's
Thank
fair.
you.
That's fair.
So I get it, and it can be done, but there's a mentality to it.
Yes. It's
Yeah,
like the
the
same
eye-
thing with lobsters. If I see eyeballs, no.
Yes. Okay, I've talked
Ooh.
about a lot that like I don't like to eat lobster. Even though I know it's like fancy and whatever, because I don't like that I have to hold its hand while I
Oh,
like try to eat
It's-
it. Right?
yeah,
It's wrong.
yeah.
It's
I felt the same
wrong.
way when I
I
had
want
crab legs. I'm
pizza.
like, I'm just breaking these body parts open.
Yeah,
Crunch.
it's just,
Weird.
like holding.
Just
I can't.
Please pre-cut it for me because I will not eat it.
I would like to live in denial. I'm with you though.
Like, throw
Okay,
throw
so
whatever sauce you need. I'll close my eyes.
Speaking of lobster, what do you call the little baby lobsters? That type of crustacean. What do you call them?
like a shrimp?
Like
Crawdad.
the little-
I
The
call them
crayfish?
crawfish. I call them crawfish.
What are they called?
Well, some people call them crawfish. Some people say crayfish.
Oh, I said
Crayfish,
crawfish.
yeah.
Oh,
Say crayfish, yeah. Although it doesn't come up all that often, but
yeah.
I
Yeah,
would
no.
say crayfish if it did.
I think you'll need to learn how to boil them. I think you would enjoy them. I promise. I
Oh.
promise.
No, it looks like they're trying to scream in pain. So no,
Oh,
no, I can't. I'll watch
Well,
it from here. You go do that.
No, that's
You
okay.
do
That's
that.
okay. I enjoy them after the fact. Not
Yeah.
I'm not participating in that. The cooking ritual. Okay, what do you call the little bugs at night that glow?
fireflies?
Lightning bugs.
Lightning bug.
Firefly or lightning bug? Yeah. I've
Or
heard both.
firefly if I'm singing that old Owl City song or whatever. Remember?
Oh
Right?
yeah.
From like 2008 or whatever it was.
You
Yeah.
would not believe your eyes.
Yes.
Gotta sing it with that emo angst. Your eyes.
Okay. What do you call the object used to change channels?
Remote?
Remote control,
TV
but I'm
remote?
boring.
Yep.
You call it a clicker, don't you, Celeste? You call
Oh,
it a clicker.
clicker?
No, I call it a remote
Ah.
control. But a clicker apparently is very common in New England.
Oh,
I call the car thing a clicker. I'll be like, "Where's my clicker? Get it?"
Oh, to unlock your. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Or the garage remote.
yeah.
The garage remote. I love that.
I feel like the small ones should be called clickers
Yeah.
because they're itty bitty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, it's breakfast time, and you have a choice between waffles and the flat version of waffles. What do you call that?
Pancakes?
a pancake? Is that a
Pancakes.
flat
Flapjack?
version of a waffle?
How
Pancakes
flat?
or
Are we
flapjacks?
moving into
Flapjack.
crepe area or?
Yeah, right?
That's a good
How
question.
flat are we talking, Celeste?
Flapjacks or pancakes?
Flapjacks.
Isn't there another name for them besides that?
Pancakes, flapjacks.
The tiny ones are like the silver dollars.
Yes,
Hmm.
that is correct. Oh my
Oh,
god.
Did
20
y'all's
points to
moms
BeeYoo.
like? Wait, what?
I said 20 points to BeeYoo. Just as Celeste said that, I was like, that is correct.
I always loved when my mom would do like fun designs, like puppy dogs and cats and
Oh.
whatever little animals she would make for us.
How do you do
It's always
that?
fun. Carefully pour the the pancake batter into the pan very carefully.
My
Mickey
mom
Mouse
would,
is a good easy starter one. You could try
food
that.
color them.
Mhm.
That sounds really fun. I have a waffle maker. I use, but it doesn't really make fun shapes. That would be. I'm gonna have to try that one with the pancakes. I'd really like to do that. Okay, last one. If you go to the doctor when you're a kid, usually, but it's okay if you do this as an adult. I won't judge you. What does the doctor give you as a treat if you were scared?
A sucker.
Lollipop.
A sucker.
I know what you mean, lollipop, but my doctor was boring. I only got stickers.
Oh,
I like stickers.
No, stickers were dope, but I never got a lollipop.
Lollipop or sucker? I mean, I use those interchangeably. Is there a word that in your region that you've learned is more region specific that I haven't mentioned, or a saying?
Mm-mm.
Everyone knows we say wicked up here. I don't know what else.
Say y'all. Or yonder.
Oh, yonder. Okay.
Yeah, my mom
The
uses
hand
that a
map
lot.
for us.
Ooh,
Sorry.
do you guys say rotary or roundabout?
Roundabout.
Roundabout.
Or actually traffic circle most often,
Oh,
which is
yeah.
boring, I know.
We tend to say rotary, and the first time I've ever heard someone say roundabout, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Rotary feels so British to me. Like,
I think of the Rotary Club.
Oh, I would think of like a rotary telephone.
Oh yeah.
Remember those?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I thought of those. It's very common that if you're shopping and you see someone you know that you haven't seen in a while, they might say, "How are your mom and them?"
Yeah.
Hmm.
How's your family? How are you doing?
Where you at is very common in New Orleans. Like like it doesn't mean like literally where are you? You know, you're right in front of me. It just means how you doing.
Right.
Gosh.
I know my aunt, well, mainly on my mom's side, instead of like, oh, you have to take a U-turn, they'll be like, hey, you have to bang a Yui. I'm like,
Bang
what?
a Yui, yep.
Why?
Dang it, you.
Bang a Yui. I even heard GPS says it. And it was the
Oh,
first
really?
time, yeah, it's the first time I ever heard a GPS say it. I was like, is your GPS okay? She's like, yes, it's just really southern. I was like, okay.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to
that's
update my
awesome.
directions.
Right?
Here in Michigan, we have the Michigan U-turn. Those
The
are
Michigan
weird.
left, yeah.
Michigan
We
left.
like
That's
to-
what it is.
We like to pretend we invented a U-turn. We call it a Michigan left, yeah. Where you have to turn
Really?
right to turn left because you got to turn right and then go boop and then go. Yeah,
It's
Wow,
the
like
weirdest
everywhere.
thing. Yeah.
That is weird.
that is very strange.
it's like every
I
road.
love it at the same time. It sounds like some kind of Mad Max stuff going on.
Yes, we're an apocalyptic wasteland up here in Michigan. Watch out.
Well, there's a this involves a bad word for anyone listening with sensitive ears. But
Oh no.
so New Orleans is known for its enormous amount of potholes, and I follow this account on Instagram called "Look at This Fucking Street," where
I love it.
people take pictures of the potholes, and people have actually decorated them and put things in them, and it's very creative and very clever. So if you're having a bad day, go to the Instagram, look at this fucking street.
I love it.
So it is so funny. Like I think during Mardi Gras, some people, like I don't know, I think they made a float out of it or something.
Oh my
with the
God.
beads.
Just being festive with it, making the best of it.
It's very creative. Yes,
So bad.
I applaud that. But I have another game, and I passed this by Stephanie to get her idea. I was like, hey, Miss Host, what do you think about a would you rather type game, but with video games?
Ooh.
Ooh, I like it.
So
Chug,
I
chug.
pulled up the Wikipedia entitled List of Video Game Genres. So I'm going to, would you rather this? Would you rather that? We're going to do a few. Okay. And then bonus points if you can name a game in that genre that you pick.
No pressure.
All right, BeeYoo, we're going to start with you.
Oh no, okay.
Okay, would you rather play a rhythm game or a survival game?
Ooh. Oh
If you're-
dang.
Pick only
That's a
one.
tough one. Rhythm games are fun. I'll go with a rhythm game.
Okay,
Probably DDR.
DDR. Oh, are you a DDR kid?
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was
I
your
worked in an
song?
arcade a lot.
Wow.
The orange one. And then that Hey Little Bumblebee, that one.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
Love is Orange or something like that. I can't remember. That one was fun. But yeah, I worked in an arcade and all my friends played and we were all big into it. So
what was it about DDR that you liked? Or do you like to dance in general?
I don't like to dance. I liked the exercise you got out of it. Like it's fun to like, get really good and step on all the buttons at the right time and stuff. But like the exercise when you're like doing a really hard song and you step off the DDR machine, you have to get outside and get some fresh air and breathe. Like I guess that adrenaline and everything pumping is a good feeling.
Did you ever have one at your house, like the little gamepad?
I did. Me and my brother had the little game pads. And then when I got older, when you have adult friends with adult money, one of my friends had an actual DDR and a pump it up machine in their basement. So
That's awesome.
That is awesome. All right, Stephanie. Would you rather play a hidden object game or a platformer?
Oh man. I'd rather not play either.
Oh. Okay, if you have to.
I know. Contrary to some of the games that I do enjoy, I would probably prefer find a hidden object game because I'm not good at platformers. There are a ton of popular, famous platformers. I mean, Mario is probably like one of the most famous, iconic platformers, but I'm not a patient person and I like to go fast. And if I I have to time the jumps, I have to be patient. And no, I can't. I just, if it wasn't for the rewind feature, I wouldn't be playing the original Mario games right now with my kid. Find an object while, and thinking about it sounds boring, but usually the kind of game, like they'll give you a reward or something funny or quirky with it. And unfortunately, if and when Corey or Laurent hear this, they're going to laugh because your bonus question is, what's an example? I am so tired and brain dead for the day that the only one I can think of is a very inappropriate one. And it's called Perky Little Things.
Oh, you've told me about that.
It's an adult game, and I think it's a find. I did not play it. I just saw it at PAX, and it came with an art book. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna buy it. It's a very graphic art book.
Oh no. So how old do you have to be to play this game? Would you recommend? Not
sounds like 18 plus.
It's 18
plus. Very limited context clues.
It's 18 plus. I can't even show the art book on a live Twitch stream. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Not legal, but like not part of the rules. I don't want to make it sound like it's in any. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking.
Yeah. No, I got you, Stephanie. I'm with you.
I love it. I wasn't expecting to go in that direction. But
no, but we'll see. But that's the thing. There are plenty of hidden object games. Like, was it Procession to something to Calgary, something?
That sounds really familiar.
And I think that's kind of like a hidden object game. There's like a kid game on my son's Switch that's a hidden object game. But of course, the first thing that comes to my mind is, Perky Little Things. My brain is garbage. All right, so that's my answer.
All right, MJ.
Hot seat.
Okay. Would you rather play a racing game, any kind of racing game, just racing in general, or a beat 'em up?
Ooh. I'm going to go with a racing game because the first two games in the categories that came to my mind are Mario Kart and Super Smash, and I fucking suck at Super Smash. I find it so fun. I have a great time with it. I'm terrible, but I will beat your ass at Mario Kart. So,
ooh, who do you pick?
Actually, probably not you guys. I'd probably lose to all of you.
No, you never know. Do you have a main kart driver?
So historically, it's been Toad, which I know is a risky choice because he's very light. But with the new one on Switch, I've been switching it up because there's so many freaking options that I do like a different cart and little guy every time. I've been having fun with it. So.
Ooh, quick lightning round. What is everyone's main?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Waluigi.
I knew I
I
liked
love
you.
him. He
I
has
love
my heart.
Waluigi as well.
Bowser.
Really?
Okay.
Oh, she likes to take it up a notch. Wow. Dang. What
Just
about you,
brute
BeeYoo?
force my way.
I don't play a lot of Mario Kart, so usually one of the princesses.
Nice.
Love it.
Oh, they're good.
cute.
They're good.
Mhm.
Koopa Troopa.
Nice.
I just like their little little noise they make whenever you pick them. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know what they do to make that noise, but I love the noise.
I love it. I agree. It's adorable.
All right, Courtney. Okay. Would you rather play? I've never heard of some of these genres.
Oh boy,
dang
this will
it.
be fun.
Super hot seat for you.
I need to hear these genres now.
Oh, exergame. It means a fitness game,
Oh,
like
heck no.
exercise.
What's the next one?
That's okay. Okay, would you rather play a typing game
Wow. Maybe
Yeah.
or a casino game?
Casino.
You don't like
Casino.
Mario teaches typing?
Wow, Mavis B can slander.
Wow, that is a throwback. That is a throwback. Okay. So what is there a particular casino game you've played that you enjoy?
Not on the actual video games, but at the casinos, there's this fish one that I really like. And so you have to you hit it a few times, and then there's bubbles by the chest that float
Mhm.
up, and it takes a little spinny wheel, and then you get to pick which fish you get, and it kind of depends. There's a blowing bubble fish. There's one that eats stuff. And then there's a kissy one. I really like the kissy one. She gives you more money. Like the more that she blows her kisses. I really like her. But come on, give me something.
Give me the money. Give me the money.
But I really like that one out of all the casinos.
I used to play, I was horrible at it because I did not know how to play these games. Caesar's Palace on the Sega Genesis.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was
I-
also on the Super Nintendo.
I had it on the Game Boy.
Really?
Yeah.
Was there a particular game in that game that you enjoyed?
I think mostly poker. I think
Poker.
is what I played the
Yeah.
most. Man, I was little at the time. That's a long time ago. Might be one of my first video games I ever played.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Is poker the same as 21?
A little
I-
different. Blackjack
Yeah.
is
Okay, 21 is blackjack. Okay. I don't know how to play either one of those. How can I learn? Do I have to have somebody with me or can I just teach myself?
You could. I would say blackjack would probably be the easier one to learn first.
Yeah, there's so
Just
many
in my
varieties
opinion.
of poker.
Yeah.
They're all similar, but when you said, should I have someone with me? I nodded effusively because I thought you meant if you're just going to go to the casino.
Oh, well,
I
yeah.
was going to be like,
No.
yes, Celeste.
Oh,
Please,
I'm like, there
have
has to be
money.
a.
oh, I didn't know
You're
if I
going to
could
get hustled.
I didn't know if I could just learn on my own with a computer game or something. I really don't play many card games. I grew up playing Go Fish. And then as I got older, I played BS or bullshit.
I'll teach you euchre.
Some college
That's
games.
Yeah.
another Michigan thing. I'm slowly learning. I still suck at it.
It's mostly luck. It's crazy people will tell you that it's not, but a lot of it's luck. All right, Michiganders.
Wow. Stephanie, you're going to teach me?
Yeah, definitely will. I love playing blackjack and Texas Hold'em version of poker. And before I had a child and had more of a disposable income, I would actually frequent the New England casinos once a month, and I would actually sit at tables. Not because I thought I'd win tons of money, but there's something about sitting at a table with strangers, most of which are drinking. And if you got a good dealer, it's actually more of an excellent social experiment and people watching. I've made some really good memories at casinos, and as long as you're smart about it and you don't exceed what you want to spend, then it's fine. It's all good.
Can you share one of these interactions? I'm very curious.
I mean, none of them are very crazy story. It's just, we'll just joke with the dealer back and forth, and we'll all just like make a certain like cheering noise if someone wins. Nothing like crazy. It's just fun. Good times.
There was a brief period in my life where this never came about, but there's actually a school of gaming in New Orleans where they can teach you how to be a dealer.
Oh,
And I briefly considered going there because I was like, I don't know what I want to do. Should I be a dealer at a casino?
I considered it, but then I see them like go super fast and do math in their head. I'm like, nope, can't do it. Because I'd be like, hold on, okay, they go fast, man. You know what? Okay, so I do have a story, but it's not really a funny one, but it's still like an experience. It was a pharmacist conference, and it was held at the Foxwoods Casino in Connecticut. I'm like, oh, it's a short drive. I don't need to fly anywhere, and I can like have fun when I'm done. Mostly for a spa day, because they have spas at these casinos too, and I love their spas. But I had time, so I went to one of the bars like after everything was done, after I had my spa day, and I literally just wanted to be left alone. The Patriots are playing. I want to sit at the bar, have myself a nice drink, and watch the Patriots game. And usual thing will happen. Some dude starts talking to me, and I'm like, okay, I'll humor him for a couple minutes, and then after a while, I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna go. But he seemed to really be interested in me no matter the hints that I gave. So I kind of did this thing where I like paid the bill subtly, said I was going to the bathroom, and then left from the bathroom, because I was by myself. I was like, all right. And then I'm like, okay, I'm out of here. And then as soon as I get on the escalator down, I hear him, hey, wait up. I'm like, what? He's like
No.
following me back to the hotel room. He's like, where are you going? I'm like,
where are you going away from you, creep? Like,
I know. It's like, I left without saying goodbye to you. Is that a sign for you to keep following me? So I was done gambling for the night. I had no money really. I saw a table with two women and a male dealer. Not that I chose it for that reason. I'm just describing. Sat down, and he started sitting down and like throwing down hundreds, trying to be a show off. And I was like kind of giving the dealer the eye, and the girls were kind of just chatting with me, and he eventually spent all his money, cussed, and left. And I said to the dealer, I'm like, thank you so much for kind of keeping an eye on me. And he goes, unfortunately, I see that quite frequently.
I mean,
That's
doesn't
so
surprise me, but like, it sucks.
Jeez. And casinos, I like the psychology behind casinos, how they don't have windows, they don't have clocks, so you lose complete track of time.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it can be kind of dangerous. I mean, the flashy lights and the sounds
and the cigarette smoke. Ugh, it's not my favorite thing.
Nice.
I don't like it. I don't like that smell. But okay, y'all want to do one more round of Would You Rather?
Oh yeah. Or
Okay.
do you want to volunteer everyone? I thought it was fun.
Okay.
Did we lose Courtney?
She's
We
like, I'm done with
did.
this. She made me pick
Oh, wait,
between
she's-
a typing game or a casino game. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, BeeYoo, are you ready?
Yes.
Would you rather a Metroidvania or a sandbox RPG?
Ooh.
A sandbox RPG. Can I get some examples on that one? Nothing is coming to my head.
Okay. They have Dragon Quest, Elder Scrolls, Deus Ex, Xenoblade Chronicles.
This all sounds so daunting.
I know.
I need
Fable.
like cute sandbox Calico style, like. But yeah, I don't know. Are there any chill RPGs? Those all just sounded so
let's see.
intense.
Open world. Okay, it is also called an open world RPG.
So like Red Dead Redemption, like GTA.
The
Are those-
GTA, Mass Effect is on here.
I
I'd
haven't
say
played Mass
probably
Effect.
Breath too, right? Breath of the Wild,
Maybe.
right? Because that's pretty
Sand.
open world.
Open.
Sand-
It says Legend of Zelda, 1986.
Okay.
But isn't
Okay.
well, I'm not going to get the technicality of like what makes an RPG, because I thought RPGs generally have a way of like leveling up your character, right?
I'm sorry. Yeah, when I clicked on the
World of
page,
Warcraft.
it led me to just open world. So if we're going to talk about, it's sandbox RPG or open world RPG. So like Xenoblade Chronicles, the Mana series, Zelda 2.
Yes. Yep. Because I think you have
listed.
like a leveling type thing. I don't know. I haven't played it, so I probably shouldn't talk.
I haven't either. You can talk. I'll believe you.
Let's see.
Dang.
So it's either sandbox RPG / open world RPG or what did I say? I don't remember.
Or Metroidvania.
Or the other one.
I would say the other one then. A Robot Named Fight, I think, is the last one I played, and that one was pretty cool.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's a Metroidvania roguelike. I like roguelike. They don't always have to be, I don't know. Yeah, I would say A Robot Named Fight was the last one that I played.
Oh, is that on Steam or console?
Yeah, it's on Steam, and it's from HitSense. They're the publishers for that one. But it's pretty cool.
Nice.
Oh, and what is the name of it again?
A Robot Named Fight. And it's very Metroidvania. I love Mega Man games and things like that as well. But I don't play them a lot. I don't seek them out.
Oh yes, that looks okay. That's looks like an homage to Metroid. That's awesome. That's incredible. So thank you for those. I learned about new games. That's what. And look, we're bringing up stories related to our topics as well. That's what I love. It looks like Courtney Yikes is frozen. She looks unamused right now on Twitch. But
oh no. I'm guessing internet connection issues or something.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, Mallory MJ. I know I keep going to Mallory and MJ.
Oh my gosh, I'm so upset about it.
Never gonna talk to me again. Okay. Would you rather play? Oh my God, you should see the genres.
I'm terrified.
Would
I'm not gonna have any idea what you're talking about when you name one right now.
Vehicle simulation.
That's very specific.
Vehicle simulation or a graphic adventure, which would be like a point and click game.
I was gonna say graphic
Monkey Island.
way.
Like, are we thinking like the Telltale games? Is that like a graphic adventure?
Sure, why not?
Then yeah, let's do that.
Over a vehicle simulator, you don't want to drive an 18-wheeler or farm equipment.
I mean, as dope as that sounds, I'm gonna go with a boss ass story instead.
So Courtney is her computer crashed. She's on Twitch chat.
Oh no!
It's not turning on. I'm here. It's okay. It's okay, Courtney. So what we'll do is I'll ask you for yours, Courtney, and you can type it into the chat. So, Courtney, would you rather a puzzle game, I guess like, let's see, traditional puzzle game, I guess like Solitaire or Mahjong? Or it could even be, what was that, Brain
Quest?
Brain Quest? Or what was that other one on the DS? Brain Age?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
that one.
I remember that one. Or a multiplayer online battle arena game. So either traditional puzzle game or multiplayer online battle arena MOBA game. And an example of that would be Warcraft 3, League of Legends, Heroes of the Storm. Okay, so I'm going to ask you, Mallory, and then I'm going to read her answers. I'm sorry, Stephanie. I'm going to put Mallory on the hot seat.
I was like, wait, I just went.
Okay. All right, Stephanie. Would you rather play a stealth game or a sports game?
Oh, stealth game. I don't like sports games For me, sports is I'm watching a sport in real life or I'm playing it. I'm not going to play it on a video game. Sorry, that's just me. Like I know it's huge, right? We got Madden and NBA 2K and MLB The Show. Got it. Fine. Not my thing. I'd rather play a stealth game, which is a struggle because again, I go in guns blazing with all my games, but I'm getting better at it. Like this is not primarily a stealth game, but in The Last of Us, you have to actually be stealthy many times. You can't just go and start shooting clickers or else you get your neck ripped apart. Ghost of Tsushima, you can choose to be, very aggressive, or you can go very stealthily into a lot of the Mongol camps, and it actually can benefit you greatly if you go in stealthily. A true stealth game that I have not played, but I know it exists and is a stealth game, is Origami. Has anyone played Origami?
No, tell me more.
I don't know much about it.
Oh.
I just know that it's a stealth game, and you like hide in the people's shadows, and then you pop up, and then you.
Oh, I've seen that one in a couple showcases.
Yeah, and the reason why I heard of this game is I listened to Left Behind Game Club, and a lot of the games that I play is because of them, and that kind of was on my list. So, stealth all the way. No sports, video games.
Have you played A Plague Tale? Either one?
I have not, but I think I got the first Plague Tale through like my PlayStation Plus subscription, so I have it. So this is the predicament I'm in. There's a lot of sequels that are out, like or will be out, like God of War Ragnarok, Plague Tale Requiem, Horizon Forbidden West. They're all games I want to play, but I've never played the first game. Not because of not wanting, but I can only play so many like 20, 30-hour games in a row. Like all of those games are epic. Kind of.
I feel you. I'm in the same boat. I'm missing so many games because I missed the first one. And now I want to play the next one, but it feels like such a project now because now there's 2 30-hour games that I have to play. And I'll do it eventually. It's just going to be a minute.
It will. Yes. Okay. So Courtney said 1,000% solitaire if she had to pick between that or the multiplayer one. She said, I love WoW, but very competitive in the puzzling world. Why, when it's supposed to be calming to play? I just love it to be competitive.
Nice. Did you have the trophies in Neopet Solitaire?
Oh, Neopets.
Neopets.
Okay, so I know it. I know what it is, but I never played Neopets. Can you guys tell me more about it?
How long do you have? No.
Where do we start?
Right.
So you obviously get a little virtual pet. You can have up to 4 of them, and there's all kinds of different cute little creatures that you can adopt. And then you feed them and buy them things like toys and books and take them on little adventures. But the site itself is filled with all kinds of mini games, basically. Mm-hmm. You've got solitaire and you've got snake and poker games and
I think you mean just Mirka Chase.
Mirka Chase.
Not snake.
I couldn't think of the right name for it. But I played the heck out of that one. I loved that one.
Oh yeah. Or what was that? Oh, that big like ice dragon thing that was in the cavern and you had to like sneak in at like 2 a.m. or whatever. Like literally so many slumber parties in my preteen years or whatever, elementary school years. We would like sneak down to the computer room. That's right, kids. There used to be a computer room
yes.
at 2 a.m. so that we could like try to like steal the treasures from this ice dragon or what was it called? You remember?
Yeah, it was like an ice dragon. You would get these, they were called negs. And you get these like egg things, and they were all different colors and worth different amounts of money. And yeah, that was always fun.
Money. Yeah, what was?
I don't remember the currency.
Site, like still active?
They revived the original like concept of it. I think they brought it back.
What?
But I'm not sure. But I was always mad. My friends were allowed to play on the internet way longer than me, so they always had so much more stuff in Neopets. They'd have all these fancy paintbrushes, and they had this like lab ray, and it would change their pets to all these like exotic ones.
You remember the one that looked like a starry night, and then your little pet would look like a little. I never had that one, but I remember it. Anyway, so Celeste, basically this description has probably not helped you at all, but
no, we just nerded out of it.
Is it like virtual Beanie Babies?
Kind of a little bit with the pets, but like it's because you could have like a store, so like you can collect stuff, like you can get items. Like I remember one of the games was the cheese roll. Do you guys remember the cheese roll? Where like it was in medieval town or whatever, and like you would roll a cheese, and then like you would win a cheese at the end, and then you'd have a cheese. And some of them, or no, you would buy a cheese. Oh my God, I don't remember. But anyways, like you could then open a store and you could like sell the like random items you'd gotten from your intrepid adventures.
They were just training us. They were just training us up to use eBay.
That's super fair.
You've got the auction house, and then you've got your own shop. So like you've got your Poshmark and Mercari shop or your Etsy. We were just learning at a young age.
You remember the tree where it was like the giving tree? Was it called the Giving Tree? I was gonna say like, did I steal that from like the children's book?
Probably.
Like there was
that book
or the Wishing Tree or whatever.
Yeah, didn't you get like one
like,
prize a day or something?
Free thing a day, and usually it was like something shitty, but like sometimes you would get something dope, and it was great.
It sounds fun.
My 10-year-old self is emerging right now. I need to rein it in.
It sounds fun. It really does sound like a good time. I think I missed out.
It was delightful, but it sounds like you can still play it. Live your best life.
Okay, well, if you guys get any friend requests from me, from Neopet, just
we will know.
So we actually do have some questions. We have 2 questions. Are y'all prepared to answer them? And that'll wrap up this episode. So from Mr. Edward Varnell, Mr. Eddie V at that Retro Code, who is a host of many Boss Rush shows, he says, shout out to all you lovely ladies on the panel. Yes. My question for you all. We know that music matters in life and games. Has there been a recent album, music, sound, or gaming soundtrack that has become part of your life in a major way? So is there anything recent that you've been enjoying?
I can answer this one. So with my live streaming, I have, the starting soon screen. And one of my awesome friends in the game industry, who's a video game composer, Chase Bethia, has allowed me to use some of his music for my intro to my stream. It was some music that he wrote for a game that didn't release. I'm not allowed to say what game it was, but so the music's not going unused. But we did a little trade, and I'm really excited to be playing his music every day when I start my channel. So
that's awesome.
He composed music for the game Aground and a couple other titles. He's got a great lineup on Spotify.
Nice.
That's incredible. Oh, I want to listen to that.
It's super cute. It makes me feel like there's a pixel art game about to pop up. I don't know.
Oh,
like kind of that 8-bit music a little bit, a little mix of that.
It.
So it's got like video game vibes to it.
Nice.
I love that.
Fun.
What about you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Stephanie.
No. Does anyone else want to go first? I felt like I just kind of.
How dare you answer this question that I asked?
When it comes to just non-video game music, I finally hit that age where I pretty much stopped listening to new stuff. I mean, I will, but I'm just like, this is the decade of music I'm listening to, and I don't give a fuck about the new shit, which is unfortunate. So my playlist is all Van Halen, AC/DC, Motley Crue, stuff like that. But if there's anything new, it would be more in the video game music realm. The newest Zelda and Chill just came out, or recently came out, and I'm definitely I'm not usually a lo-fi person, but the Zelda and Chill is pretty awesome.
It is by Mikel.
Yeah, I
believe Mikel.
I know. I've always said it.
The
Mikel,
proper way
I
to.
guess I don't actually know. I've never heard someone say it aloud, but yeah, it's
great.
Sorry.
I don't know, but yeah, for those who haven't heard it or weren't aware of like the latest release, Zelda and Chill, there's now 3 different albums, or however you want to call it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so nice. What about you, MJ?
Yeah, I'm like a big fan of lo-fi, but like only when I'm working, right? So like, well, I guess not only when I'm working, but like a lot when I'm working. So yeah, I have like a big playlist that is just called like, I forget, video game vibes or something, which is like all video game lo-fi, which like, yeah, it's got all the Zelda and chills on there, but like there's Animal Crossing lo-fi playlist, which like
Nice.
Animal Crossing's already pretty chill, and then the lo-fi just makes it such a vibe. It's fantastic. But yeah, so there's that. I also agree with Stephanie. I am trapped in a single decade for a lot of my music, but my decade is not the 80s. It is the 2000s. I have just a Spotify playlist called Hey, Remember Being Emo? That I made. That is just like all the pop punk goodness from like 2004 or whatever.
Amazing.
So I've been listening to that a lot. But yeah, for like a single album or collection or whatever, there is just something about animated shows and dope ass soundtracks. And so like I have been obsessed with like the Kipo and the Age of Wonder Beast soundtrack, which if you guys haven't watched that show, is delightful.
Ooh.
And then Arcane, the soundtrack for Arcane on Netflix. It's pretty good. So yeah.
That sounds awesome. You all are going to give me some stuff to look up tomorrow.
Right? We're giving you all the Spotify playlists.
So I love lo-fi. I love 8-bit music. I love Zelda and chill. In the morning, after I exercise, I go to these YouTube channels called like Coffee House Jazz or whatever channel cafe music. And it's just like, piano music. And the image is a little saucer with a coffee cup in it. And you can actually like see the steam rising, and there's just jazz music playing in the background. Very relaxing. It helps calm me for the day. And if I'm driving, I mean, I can also listen to this on my phone, but I have Sirius XM. This is not sponsored, by the way. I swear to God. I'm just saying the name of the company. I like the Watercolors channel 66. It's contemporary jazz. It's very relaxing. If you are, you're just like, I just want to drive and I just want something that I don't even have to think about it. It's just in the background. That's a really nice channel. And I like channel 56 Chill as well, which is kind of lo-fi-ish. And
Houseplants really enjoy jazz music as well.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good for plants.
Okay. Have you tried it before with your plants?
I have not tried it. I do play music for my garden. I'll play
Nice.
like Indian music and jazz and classical. But plants are supposed to like jazz, I believe. I could be wrong. What if it's the opposite? What if it's not good? I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure they like it.
Maybe they want some Papa Roach.
So random and specific.
Can you picture that? BeeYoo's in her garden and cut my life into pieces.
Those are very angry plants.
Vines start popping out everywhere.
Taken over.
So Courtney Yikes, our good friend Courtney, I know she goes back. She likes the Zelda. She says the Zelda and chill is such a vibe, something I could definitely fall asleep to. Definitely need to listen to Animal Crossing lo-fi. If you need motivational workout music, Animix is top tier. Animix, okay. And we have one more question. Thank you, Eddie V. So Jack Bro, who is a contributing writer, and he's been on some episodes of different Boss Rush shows, he wants to know, who do we think will win the World Series?
I think the Houston Astros will win. They just have a history and record of winning more World Series. I'm not as familiar with the Phillies as much, so that's why I'm just kind of hedging my bets and going with the Astros. But they're playing now. I need to see how they're doing.
I was gonna say bold of you to assume I know who's in the World Series, but
I was like, which sport?
Yeah, I would say I'm not a baseball girl. I'm sorry. I used to be like many, many years ago, but then the Tigers started sucking, and then I stopped caring.
It looks like Phillies and Astros.
The Phillies lead the series 2-1, but that's still pretty early.
Yeah.
They have.
I don't know. I don't have a vote. I'm so sorry.
I'm looking to see. Okay, so I don't know. How long is the World Series? Is it close to finishing?
It's on game 3 right now, so it's like I mean, it could be as long as 7 days, but it's usually the first to 4 games.
Yeah, so it's a best of 7, isn't it?
Thank you again for being way more eloquent than me having to explain it the long way.
I mean, like, we got there. It was all good. Yeah.
Courtney believes the Astros for sure. They'll make a comeback. So when does it? I don't know. I really don't. I don't follow baseball, Jack.
That's all right.
I'm so sorry.
This is the end of baseball season. Like, we're smack dab in the middle of the whole World Series thing. I because the Red Sox are out, they're doing horrible. My level of interest and knowledge goes like, psh.
I feel you, except it's been like a decade for me, Stephanie. Poor Tigers.
I know.
Okay, if you've been to a Major League Baseball game, what team did you watch, or what stadium were you in? Your first
Comerica
one.
Park. Although it's not Comerica Park anymore, is it? I forget what it is now, but they renamed it. It might just be Tiger Stadium again.
Oh, what's that for?
It's the Tigers.
Did Detroit Tigers?
Yeah, the Detroit Tigers.
Okay. I don't know my baseball team.
No, you're totally good.
Because I was like, wait, did you say Tiger Stadium?
Yeah,
They sometimes use it for concerts.
now.
Because the Tiger Stadium is also where LSU plays football games.
Oh, okay.
But they also call it Death Valley.
It might not actually be Tiger Stadium. It used to be Comerica Park. Last time I was there, it was Comerica Park, but I think they changed it. I don't think Comerica sponsors it anymore.
How many teams use the Tiger? Let's be real. Come on now. Yeah, and how many schools have the Tiger? So
let's get more creative, guys. Let's all be like UC Santa Barbara and be banana slugs.
Are you serious?
Look it up. Yeah. Google it.
Can I be a banana slug?
PhD program there. Yeah, they're the banana slug.
Wait, you were looking at a PhD program over there, and you wanted to be a banana slug?
I mean, I guess I
didn't know if that was the draw.
It was not. I didn't end up applying anyways, but that also wasn't the deterrent.
I don't blame you.
Banana slug or bust.
Right. That's all I want. That's it.
What about anyone else? If you've been to a Major League Baseball game, what was it, and what was the stadium?
Hey, Fenway Park, Red Sox. That's all I can say. I mean, I've been to Wrigley Field as a tour, because I'm into like historic baseball parks. But no.
Your girl might have been with you.
Yeah. So that's just. I love Fenway Park for the vibe. One of the oldest parks. The fans are nuts, and it's just all around a good time. My dad raised me to be a major baseball fan, to the point where he taught me how to throw different pitches. Wow. We had a famous pitcher, Tim Wakefield, who threw something called the knuckleball. So he taught me how to throw that again, but like, kind of like what you said, MJ, like in more recent adult years, it's more of the lack of time, because for baseball, there are games going on just about every day, where football's like once a week. So it's kind of like, do you have time?
Right. Got to pick something.
Yeah.
Something's got to go. What
about you, BeeYoo? Have you been to a game, or is there a particular stadium you'd like to visit?
I've been to like minor league, I guess.
Yeah, that counts. Let's do that.
I guess I went to a stadium in Columbia, South Carolina, and then one in Tennessee. So I don't know. I'm not like super into baseball. It's fun to go have a drink and watch the game, but I don't follow it at all.
Yeah, I don't follow it. My first game was, besides school ones, the Padres in San Diego at Petco Park.
Okay.
That was cool. That was my first.
Oh, I've been to Petco Park.
You have?
TwitchCon had a concert there.
Oh, was that fun? What was that like?
Right. So you said San Diego?
Yeah.
Oh, it was cool. I mean, the concert was held down on the field, so they had the big stage, and all the Twitch streamers and everybody that came to the party were out there, and it was crazy how many people were at the event. And I hadn't been to any big conventions before, so it was even like cooler, like walking around through there with everybody.
I'm so happy that you had that experience. You've had some cool experiences on your path. That's amazing.
Yeah, traveling in games has been one of my favorite things. I really enjoyed doing that when I was working with a publisher.
I can't wait to see where your journey takes you because you go to all these exciting things.
Yeah, I'm
awesome.
excited. I've been laying low lately, but we'll get back into it, I'm sure.
You never know where life's going to take you. And, sometimes you think, oh, I'm going to go this way this year. And then it's like, no, here's the fork in the path.
Surprise!
But it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes it helps you learn about yourself and something better comes along.
Mm-hmm. Just gotta go with the flow.
Yeah, you get one life and you might as well enjoy it. And Courtney has to say Minute Maid Park for the Astros. That was her
Nice.
first baseball game.
Nice.
Oh, another Astros get brownie points from me. They beat the Yankees. The Yankees suck. Okay.
Jack, if you're listening, we would love to know who you think is going to win
Yeah.
the World Series and what was your first stadium if you've been to a Major League Baseball game.
Mhm.
Well, ladies, is there anything else that you'd like to discuss? I know you all are in Eastern time. Courtney and I are in Central time. So it's probably past some of your bedtimes, I think.
Past mine.
Okay. Well,
I
thank you.
used to be
I'm an
such a
old
night
lady.
owl. I know. I used to be such a night owl. Now I'm getting up at like 6:30 in the morning. I don't know what
Right? It
happened.
makes it hard to stay awake late.
Yes.
It
So
does.
I want to, but is there anything else you wanted to mention or talk about, or we're good? I think we
Just that this was pretty awesome and we need to do this again.
Yeah, we need to do this a lot more.
Yeah.
I think we just all need to meet up in real life and hang out as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
Right?
Agree.
That would be nice.
Yes, that'd be so fun.
Yes.
But definitely down for more of these. We went way too long
I
without
know.
one. So I'm glad we all got back
Right?
together, like kind of accidentally. So
Yeah. And thanks for hosting, Celeste. I got a compliment and someone said that you were an excellent host and this was a fun podcast to listen to.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you,
go
person who
Celeste.
complimented. I appreciate that. Well, everyone, I would like to allow our guest and co-host Stephanie to tell us where you can find them. So, Stephanie, why don't you start?
People can find me on the internets at Klimov, KLIMOV_author on Twitter and Instagram. My articles on bossrush.net and also another Zelda podcast. And I make some appearances on After Dark, and I think that's kind of it.
Awesome. Courtney, since I'll read it for you. You can find her on Twitter at Courty, COURTY_yikes, YIKES, and it's the same name on her Instagram. All right. What about you, BeeYoo? I know you said it earlier, but just in case people need a reminder.
yeah, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at BeeYooHQ, BeeYooHQ, and on Twitch at twitch.tv/BeeYooTV.
Awesome. And MJ.
Yeah, I'm on all the social medias. So Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the good stuff at MJ Kuhn Books, all squished together.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies, so much for making time this evening. And Corey said to let me know when we're done so that he can cut the stream.
He can reclaim his Skype channel.
He's too busy watching the Cavs, so whatever. But you can find me on Twitter at FairyCrypt, and I also help to host the 1v1 interviews and co-host the Talk the Walk series, where we talk about walking simulators, visual novels, and other random games. So until then, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.